Good day, Lord Sarwick. Are you well rested?
Hello, Shori. I hadn't noticed it was so late. Do you have news of Lord Halton? The girl we were waiting for should have arrived 4 days ago. And as it happens, for 4 days now I haven't been able to speak with him.
Lord Halton left before dawn to take care of a matter. He's not due to return before the day's end.
Very well. I'm eager for his return. I really need to speak with him.
I understand. If you wish, you could pass the time with the other men in the courtyard. I saw Sir Ethan practicing there earlier.
I will consider it. Thank you.
One other matter, Lord Sarwick. Lady Marianne wants you to have this book. She was very clear that you should read it.
Very well. I will take a look at it. And by the way, it's Sir Sarwick. I know your lord is anxious to make me Lord of Riverspring, but that has not happened yet.
Very well, sir. Forgive me. I will try to remember that.
No need to apologize, Shori. My lady?
Lord Sarwick, always a pleasure.
I am no lord yet, Lady Marianne. It seems Lord Halton has asked everyone to call me that in this castle.
According to the laws of the Seven Kingdoms, Riverspring is yours. You are the only legitimate heir. No other can assume the title without challenging the judgment of the great Targaryen kings. Everyone knows that. It is of no consequence if the usurper and his whore believe otherwise. Their reign will be over soon, and the signs bode well for your future.
You wanted to see me, if I'm not mistaken?
I did. I needed to speak to you as soon as possible.
Why are we meeting in the cellar?
I'm sorry for the inconvenience, sir. I would often come here as a child, to be alone. I still find it to be one of the more private areas of the castle.
You seem to have gone to some lengths to see me alone and without anyone else knowing. What is this about, Marianne?
I'm worried. Please be frank with me, Alistair. Do you think my uncle's plan will succeed?
You are right to be concerned, my lady. Overthrowing the usurper and giving new life to the Targaryen dynasty are both noble aims. But for this to happen, many will lose a great deal. I am sure there are many lords who will oppose it. The houses that supported Robert's rebellion 15 years ago enjoy many privileges today. Land, power. If the Targaryens were to return to power, such privileges would be redistributed. The lords currently allied with the crown will become our fiercest rivals. And the worst of them all will be my overlords, House Lannister, the Queen's house, of course. Not to mention the sworn houses of the Starks in the north, the armies of the Riverlands and the Vale of Arryn, all supporters of the king. None of these lords would welcome a return to power for the Targaryens. The risk would be too great for them. However, there are many amongst the people who still hope to see the Targaryen dynasty reinstated. And there will always be support from the lords who fought alongside the Targaryens. They will be eager to regain the privileges they lost. Time will tell. Only R'hllor knows what our future holds. We have to believe in our cause.
You're right. It is what will happen if we fail that worries me.
I will admit the outcome would not be heartening. But ponder this. What else are we to do? We do this for honor and out of necessity. Now is not the time to doubt ourselves.
Yes, but there are alternatives, Alistair.
Those are dangerous words, Lady Marianne.
Do not mistake me. I have no intention of betraying my own blood. But my uncle is so focused on it. It has become a holy war to him, his reason for living. I'm not sure he has thought about the consequences of what would happen if we failed. We could lose everything. I fear that he sometimes goes too far to achieve his goals. Some of his methods make my blood run cold.
If I learned anything from Tywin Lannister, it's that sacrifices are inevitable. Especially when one's aim is to recapture the Iron Throne.
I have to question the wisdom of that. What was that?
Not another move, whore.
Alistair!
Flame and shadow! Don't do anything you may regret, soldier. Let's stay calm.
Did you say Alistair?
That is my name, Alistair Sarwick.
It's really you. Fight the Seven.
What are you talking about? Who are you?
It's me, Gawain.
Brother, you're hurt.
That's not important right now. What are you doing with this slattern? A fucking worm of an uncle has been torturing me for months.
What?
I'm sorry, Alistair. I wanted to tell you.
You knew about this?
Forgive me. I didn't know how to tell you. That was what I was talking about when I spoke of acts that made my blood run cold.
Hold your forked tongue, Snake. Every vile soul in this castle is an accomplice.
We can't take the risk of you raising an alarm, Marianne.
What? You wouldn't dare!
We should cut your throat. But in case you are as innocent as you say, I will stop short of that. Gawain, hold her.
You made the right choice. The black-hearted bitch would have gotten us killed.
I'm not so sure. Anyway, she should be out for a while now. In the meantime, better if no one finds her. We can hide her in the chest behind you.
Good idea. Seven hells, what did I just go through? It's a miracle that I'm here. I never thought I'd see anything outside of that cell again. I wouldn't have had the slightest chance without this guard's disguise.
Tell me, Gawain, what did they do to you?
Halton kept me in his dungeons for so long. Where do I begin?
I thought you were dead. I followed your trail at King's Landing. I saw your body. I found your medallion.
Halton took that medallion when he captured me, along with all my other possessions. He had it all along. He had to make sure you found it, so you would be convinced of my death.
But what about the body, Gawain?
Well, I suppose it wouldn't have been hard to deceive you. He just needed my clothes and a corpse to dress them with. I was just a young boy when you left. You couldn't have known about their deception.
It was probably that dog Desmond who staged it.
And all the while, Halton tried to break me.
Why was he doing this to you?
Later, Alistair. Please, bring me something to ease my pain. Every bone in my body aches. We can discuss all that later.
Fine. I'll also find something to cover your face with. Otherwise, you'll be found out soon enough in this castle. Rest here. I'll be back before long.
Oh, Sir Alistair, I was just thinking of you. You see, Maester Martin has graced his sweeping history of the Seven Kingdoms with several new pages.
What lies! I wrote an entire chapter this week.
I stand corrected. I have not been fair to your tireless quill. Please forgive me. So when can we hope to see your completed masterpiece?
I already told you. Next year.
He says that every year.
It was a pleasure talking to you, but I must take your leave. I have other matters to attend to. Good luck with your book, Maester.
Sir Alistair, How are you faring today?
Well, maybe you could help me. I'm getting pain in my arm again. At River Spring, Maester Harwin has various ointments to treat this kind of thing.
Harwin, did you know we've formed quite the partnership and keep up regular correspondence with each other? He is a wise, loyal, and devoted friend.
So, would you have an ointment to relieve this kind of pain?
But of course. I must be boring you. I do apologize. Here, let me apply this ointment for you.
Thank you, Maester, but I would rather apply it myself if you don't mind.
As you wish. It's just a habit of mine. Most people insist that I take care of everything. Take this. That should ease the pain.
Thank you very much. Good day to you. Good. This ointment should ease Gawain's pain. Now I need to find a helmet for him.
So, Alessander, was I not right? Did little Shori keep you nice and warm last night?
Certainly did. She was definitely up to the task. I think she may have actually enjoyed herself.
Of course she did. They all love it. You just have to force the issue sometimes.
Aye. Anyway, it won't be long before I get that one moaning with joy again.
After all, who knows if there'll be a war tomorrow? You have to take these opportunities while you can.
This should work well. With that, my brother will go unnoticed. I've got everything I need. I must get back to Gawain. The Maester gave me this ointment. It should relieve the pain. And take this helmet. When we leave here, you must not be recognized. Can you handle this, brother?
I should be all right. I haven't been tortured in a few days while they concentrated on another prisoner. I've recovered a little.
Did Marianne wake?
No. She should be out for a while after the blow she took.
The last I heard, you were taken to the Red Keep. What happened to you after that?
It started with a letter I found on Father's desk a few months ago. He must have left it there ready to send. I read it. It was addressed to Jon Arryn, the King's Hand. He was telling him that he belonged to a Targaryen brotherhood set on overthrowing the crown. Father was at odds with Harlton because Harlton had arranged to put a bastard daughter of Aerys II in the king's bed.
What?
That was the duel in Harlton's plan. His thinking was that the child from this union would be the perfect heir. Someone to bring supporters of every camp under one banner. By seizing the child and bringing it to power, he was ensuring his own place in governing the Seven Kingdoms.
But why would Father reveal this to Arryn?
Father was very annoyed when he found out what Harlton was planning. They had been friends for a long time, but Father was against the idea of using an innocent child to create chaos in the realm. Harlton and he quarreled fiercely. Harlton didn't want to change his plans, and so Father took steps to protect the girl.
So he wrote to Lord Arryn, asking him to take the girl under his protection.
When Harlton found out what Father was doing, the girl had already gone. Harlton was furious. He feared that their plan was now known to the crown, and that meant the end of the Brotherhood. So, he had Father poisoned.
What? That was Harlton?
He proudly revealed this to me while I was imprisoned.
He will pay for that, as R'hllor is my witness. We must leave while we have the chance. We will have time to talk once we're out of this cursed place.
Wait, Alistair. It's because of another prisoner that I was able to escape. That's who they're torturing right now. I could do nothing for him on my own, but now there are two of us. I'd like to return the favor and help him. He won't be able to hang on much longer. We have to go back to the dungeons.
Halton is holding someone else captive?
Yes. He's been asking him about a young woman, the King's hand, and his purpose. His fate has been worse than mine. He could well have information that might help us.
You have a point. And if this woman is the one I'm thinking of, then what he knows could be used against Halton. No one knows you have escaped yet. We can make the most of that.
I'm listening.
We have to plan how we're getting out of here. We have to make sure we can escape unnoticed. No one can recognize you.
Don't worry. I'll leave all the pleasantries to you.
There is something else we can do that might help us.
What would that be?
One of the servants was telling me that the castle's best swords are training in the courtyard right now. Maybe it's a chance for me to fight them and put them out of action without raising suspicion. That would remove a few men who could get in our way.
We'll meet with the most difficulty in the dungeons.
Yes, we'll likely come across patrols there. We'll have to strike hard and fast.
You can count on me. As long as the ointment keeps working, I'll be fit to fight. The pain is almost gone.
Don't tie yourself, Gawain. I will not let you die here. I have not forgotten our house motto.
It's good to see you again, Alistair.
It is good indeed, little brother. We must go now.
Seven hells! The light is blinding me.
You have spent a lot of time in darkness, brother. It will pass.
I'll wait for you here, Alistair. It'll give me time to get used to the daylight again.
Good idea. I won't be long. Good day to you, Domeric.
Hello, sir. How good to see you again. It's a beautiful day in store for us, I feel.
Let's hope so.
If you want to train this morning, Sir Ethan is in fine form. You can find him on the other side of the courtyard.
This Ethan, I want to know more about him. Do you happen to know what he did before entering into Lord Halton's service?
Not really, but I've heard rumors. Some say he was just a local thief protecting his little brother. Others say he was a slave in one of the free cities. Volantis, I believe.
A troubled past in the free cities. But slaves usually have tattooed faces.
Well, as I said, they're just rumors. Anyway, what I do know is that he made a name for himself in the Greyjoy War. After that, Lord Halton took him into his service.
Interesting. Thank you very much.
Lord Alistair, I knew I'd find you here. I could smell the noxious scent of your heresy as soon as you entered the courtyard.
Sir Ethan, believe me, I share your joy in this reunion.
I'll warn you now, your preaching will fall on deaf ears here. We don't drink from cups poisoned by primitive beliefs.
Don't worry. I have not come to talk theology with someone of such narrow mind as you. Perhaps we should let our respective gods speak through our swords?
You dare to challenge me? I accept. Seeing you fall will prove once and for all that your god is all show and no substance.
Draw your sword, Sir Ethan.
I warn you, I won't hold back. If you die, you can blame your worthless god when you meet him. For Castlewood! Well done. You win, Red Priest. This time, anyway.
I expected more of you, Knight. I have barely broken a sweat. They say only the level of the student will reveal the quality of the master. Let's see what yours are made of.
Enough! You're going to kill them!
I know when to stop, Sir Ethan.
I'm not sure I believe you. These three will be laid up for days with those injuries.
You told them not to hold back. I was only doing the same. If you play with fire, sometimes you get burned.
gods take me. The last time I crossed these gates, I was being thrown into the 7 hells.
I'm sorry to put you through this, little brother.
We have to come back here. But don't worry, I'll be fine. The bloody gate is locked. We have to find Alexander. I'll wager he has the key.
How do you know?
I spent many weeks locked up down there. I had more than enough time to learn about my torturers. This Alexander, he would sometimes watch while the others ripped out my fingernails. We need to set him a trap. He won't be wary of you.
I might have an idea. There is a servant girl, Shori. It seems Alexander and his men have raped her. She could help us, and we could help her get a measure of revenge upon her torturers.
Can I be of assistance, Lord Sarwick?
Well, as it happens, I've come to talk to you about Shori.
Has she said something about me?
The girl is saying that you raped her.
The bitch!
You might want to take matters into your own hands, my good man. Rumors such as these can do considerable harm to someone of your stature. I just passed her in the cellar. I would hurry if I were you before news of what you did reaches Lord Halton.
That little whore! Let's teach her to hold her tongue. The cellar is quite out of the way. No one will disturb us there. And after all, it's almost as comfortable as her room.
Good idea. Come on, Roger. That little bitch needs to be taught a thing or two. You should come too, my lord. You don't want to miss this. Some pain, that's for sure. But careful not to go too far. I don't want to explain to Lord Halton that he needs another servant girl.
You worry too much, sir. She'll enjoy every minute. With her in the middle like a pig on a spit, she'll think twice before she gossips again.
She'll regret dragging my name through dirt.
What is she playing at in the cellar?
The wench is probably sleeping. Goes there.
It's those that talk the least that eat the most.
Where is she? What? There's no one here. Lord Sarwick, what in the hells is going on?
Gawain, please do the honors.
Die, scum!
Traitors!
I'm going to the cells. Your master has someone locked up down there who he says would interest me. Step aside, please.
With all due respect, you're not understanding me. My orders are clear. The cells are too dangerous for someone of your rank. Please turn around.
I don't suppose you would change your mind. Not even for gold?
Whoever wants to go down there will have to step over my dead body.
So be it.
I'll never forget these dank walls.
Stay strong. It's not over yet.
Me.
You risk yourself too much, Gawain. Do not forget you're hurt.
Don't worry. What was that? Seven hells, they're going to kill him!
Do not move from here. I'll take care of this.
Save him, Alistair! I owe him my life!
Guts, you heard your orders? Finish it. It's time to put an end to the trouble you've caused us, Crow. Now say your prayers. What the?
Moors, what in the flame are you doing here?
Alistair, is that you?
Tell me why I always find you in the worst of situations.
What about you? Why do you always take so much time to come?
Believe me, it's a long story. But we need to get away from here right now. Gawain told me that you helped him escape. Thank you for that.
Gawain? Your brother? I would never have recognized him. When I let him go, I thought he would leave me to rot here.
You're uglier than I remember. You must really have upset them.
You know me. Always good at making friends.
Right, let's get out of here before Halton comes for a little chat with us.
All right. But before we do, I want a little chat of my own with that bastard torturer.
Moz, we don't have time for that.
No! Not that!
Luckily for your friends, they are already dead. However, your pain is just beginning.
I think that should do it. Are you done?
This whoreson was lucky. He was dead before I could really enjoy myself. Gawain, it's you. I didn't expect to see you again.
I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do, considering the state I was in. I needed time to come up with a plan. I needed to stay hidden. When I got up there, I came across my brother. And it's because of him that I was able to come back.
2 Sarwicks for the price of 1. Such an incredible honor. What concerns me slightly, though, is why you are here.
Halton has been manipulating me for weeks. He had me believing Gawain had been murdered by the Crown, so that I would take sides with him. He used my emotions and my family to cloud my judgment. The truth was, my brother was being tortured down here while he welcomed me above as a distinguished guest. And that's not the worst of it. Halton murdered my father to protect his little conspiracy. And like a fool, all I was doing was helping him conspire against the Crown.
That's not like you, to be so naive.
What's done is done, but Halton will pay for everything he did. You vile creature. Death is too good for you. Give me some time, Moz.
I didn't think we had time for this, Alistair.
Go! You got to have your fun with your torturer, didn't you? Let me have mine.
As you wish.
No, I can help you. Spare me!
Nothing you can say is of any consequence to me. First you will experience pain, and then you will die. I'm not finished yet. I'm only getting started.
Alistair, I really need to find my dog.
And we will, as long as I get to kill the other ones.
There you go, old boy. Gently does it.
I don't know why you go to so much trouble for this dog.
We've been together a long time, he and I. He'll help us, you'll see. I was able to help Gawain escape because of him.
So, Gawain would still be alive if it weren't for him.
Alistair, if this dog hadn't helped your brother to escape, you would never have seen him again. I understand your sadness, but it won't help to blame myself or this animal.
I'm sorry, Morse. It's just that I feel like we're wasting time here when Halton still awaits his fate.
Wait. It seems that one of these guards carries Jane's scent.
What are you talking about?
It's a young woman that Halton is holding. The damn fool thinks he can join in the Game of Thrones by using her.
And what are you planning to do about it?
You have to trust me, Alistair. There isn't time to explain. We have to follow this trail to find her right now. You know them?
I had a little word with them earlier. They might seem dangerous, but I made sure they won't be able to lift a sword for a few days. They won't give us any problems.
Have mercy, my lord. We won't say anything.
What about my brother? Did you show him mercy? Go to the darkness!
Good. Let's go on.
Trouble dragging myself away from a night of pie.
Enough! Enemies are within our walls, so you will do as I say.
Enemies? Good. I can't wait to see them put you on a spit.
You little bitch!
Marianne, what are you doing here? You ought to have stayed quiet in that chest.
Trickery will get you nowhere. You should know that I have already warned my uncle. This place will soon be crawling with guards, traitor.
Bring them. I'm waiting.
Jane!
Mors! Thank the Seven, you're alive! But what have those animals done to you?
Nothing compared to what I've done to them. We've come to get you out of here.
Not likely, I'm afraid. Tell me, Alistair. Does threatening women run in the family? It was your brother last time.
Silence, you soulless whore! Gawain is dead. If you dare speak another word about him, it will be the last word you utter. Mors, we've got the girl. Now I want Halton.
Who are you?
This is Alistair Sarwick. He's an old friend and loyal to us.
Alistair? The servants have spoken of you. You are one of this pig's guests. Mors, I don't trust your friend.
I trust him. We are brothers in arms, and our loyalty runs deep. He is only here because Halton deceived him, as he did us.
If you're right, why is he here in this castle?
We can discuss this once we're outside these walls.
Did you hear that? Someone is coming.
Halton, there you are.
Alistair, what is this act of treachery?
Take one step further and I'll gut you like a fish.
How dare you?
You poisoned my father. Then you murdered my brother in your vile dungeons. You lied and manipulated me. And now you dare accuse me of treachery.
Your father was well aware of the price he would have to pay for standing in my way. You are making the same mistake as your father. Listen, my niece has played no part in this. If you let her go, I will spare your lives.
You can scheme all day, Halton, but Jane will never stay with you.
You are surrounded and trapped at the top of my castle. Tell me, how do you hope to survive?
You know perfectly well how. If you let us leave the castle with Jane, we will spare your niece. You have my word as a knight.
I cannot do that, I'm afraid. Release her immediately or pay with your lives.
Uncle, please!
Silence, Marianne. You brought this on yourself. Careful now. Think hard about what you're doing.
You want her silenced? Let me help. This is for Gawain. One life for another.
No! Wretch!
And you, I have a much more painful death planned for you.
You will die for this. Kill them, but don't harm the girl.
No!
Stop, all of you! No one fire! Jane, my child, don't do anything rash. Your life is too precious to me. Think about it. I'm offering you a future as Queen of Westeros.
I'd advise you to try nothing. Otherwise you risk killing the child.
Mors, this is our chance.
What do you mean?
You remember that night with the Frey twins, when their father came storming into the bedroom?
You broke your leg, if I remember well. We're too old for such foolery. Besides, Jane would never survive.
Well, do you have a better idea?
We'll never leave Jane.
Mors, they won't hurt me. Not while I have this child within me.
Jane, no.
You made the right choice, my child. You two, lay down your arms immediately. It's over.
Get ready, Mors. Halton! By R'hllor, you will pay for my family's death. Stop this!
Take the girl away, and keep her under close guard. As for these dogs, bring me their heads before nightfall.